Yeah, good to go in Nikhil, and it looks like everybody that was on the injury report on Friday that should be playing in this game, like Nikhil Harry, Isaiah Wynn, Adam Butler, are all going to be playing in this game here today, which is good news for the Patriots. Certainly, with the Raiders coming off a short week playing on Monday night, the Patriots a little bit banged up with you guys going on IR this week. A lot of kind of question marks, and we're looking ahead to this game to see how healthy is Darren Waller, how healthy is John Jacobs, how healthy is Nikhil Harry. So we'll find out pretty quickly, I guess, with those guys.
Among some of the inactives for the Patriots, Gillette Stadium, meaning Boyer for the third week in a row, is the backup QB. Dalton Keene, the rookie tight end, also inactive, along with linebacker Anthony Jennings. When are we going to see these rookies, Evan? Because week after week, now we've got Luce on IR. They all seem to not be good to go from week 10.
It's a great question, and it's one that I'm kind of scratching my head about, because we saw out in camp, especially the tight ends, Ossie and Dalton Keene. Ossie's played a little bit, but certainly not a ton. And we saw both of those guys make plays in camp. Keene more on those scheme touches, leaking out into the flats, running with the football in his hands. Ossie up the seam, quick routes over the middle. Yet Belichick has rode Ryan Izzo for the first two games. He's missed something like 3 snaps total in the first 2 games, and it's been the Izzo show at tight end. No slight on Izzo, who's been really solid for them in that position, especially blocking. But I just feel like in the passing game, they could use a lot more out of that position. So I'm hoping today is the day that we see a little bit more Ossie.
In pregame warm-ups, which are still going on, you can see behind me here, we saw Cam Newton throwing to Devin Asiasi, particularly in the end zone. Do you think this being a matchup here, Devin Asiasi against back in the game?
Well, I think the last couple of games here, as much as people want to make about how the Patriots don't have any wide receiver help, we've seen a lot of those wide receivers make plays, especially in Seattle, and I think the teams are going to start to play coverages to take away the Julian Edelmans and Nikhil Harry and Samir Bird and those guys on the outside, and eventually that is going to create mismatches and create space in the middle of the field, and somebody's going to have to be there to take advantage. So Izzo, maybe it's him. I really think, though, that they need to let Ossie play a little bit here and see what they have with the rookie, especially on the basket. I get playing Izzo on first and second down when you want to have a run identity to your formation. And as soon as they get into third down passing situations, red area, stuff like that, I think that offense should get a chance here today.
And we know the Raiders are 2-0. They've been rolling so far. Henry Ruggs inactive for this team. There were some other players we talked about in our key matchup earlier, obviously the Raiders who are active, and we talked about earlier in the live. How much more dangerous is this thing right here today?
Well, I think this game is how the Patriots run here today against this clear card. I think it's going to hand off Jacobs as well, carrying the football. The Raiders are sort of a throwback traditional style of offense. They're running West Coast scheme straight out of the 80s and 90s, where short passing game predicated on yak, and specifically with the running game, a power running game, mostly outside zone, but still a very physical, beefy offensive line with a good back. And they've invested a lot of resources, not all of them are going to be out there. They've invested a lot of resources in that O-line and that running game in particular. So a matchup here where the Patriots have a lot of defensive backs on the field. I know that they're going to spend a lot of time in nickel and dime and corners defense sometimes, and those DBs playing linebacker up against this running game, because you want to see Cam Newton on the field. The Raiders could go into the game plan and they keep them on the sideline so that they can turn out behind 5 and 10 or 8 or 9. They're going to be able to see that running game. So how do the Patriots respond to that? Are they able to hold up in coverage? If they do play with the linebackers and the box linebackers, working those safeties coming down to support the run, to be able to hold up? That's going to be the biggest question in today's game.
And one more thing, James White, as expected, inactive again today for personal reasons. Evan, your predictions after a crazy Sunday night football loss at the Patriots with Cam Newton, especially, played really, really well, and do you think they bounce back and get a win today?
Well, I think the biggest thing with James White, as you mentioned, is just that we're going to see a whole lot of Rex Burkhead out there today. I think that's going to be the Burkhead show. Everybody's kind of clamoring to see Damian Harris next week, but for one more week, I think Burkhead's going to carry the majority of the load, and I don't really anticipate Sony Michel having a huge workload in this game either. In terms of prediction, Patriots desperately need this win. You know, to Kansas City next week, you go into Arrowhead 1-2. That's going to be an iffy situation, certainly. So this is a desperate Patriots team, I think, to get back on that winning ways. Go into Kansas City 2-1 is a much better feeling than 1-2. So the Patriots covering this game, I think they're going to win this one comfortably, specifically because of the weaknesses in the secondary for the Las Vegas Raiders. That secondary is really, really susceptible to pass. I think the Patriots take advantage.
Well, it's starting to sprinkle on us out here, so we're going to wrap things up for the live pregame show. But be sure to follow along at Patriots CLNS on Twitter, at Lazar, at Sierra Goodwill. We'll have all your postings covered as well on our website at CLNSmedia.com and on our YouTube channel at Patriots CLNS. Subscribe here for all your Patriots updates. We'll keep posting.